Well, as we lumber through the opening months of wildfire season, it may be helpful to know what some of the firefighter jargon means.
So Greg Glover tells us more about terms like contained, control line, and mop-up.
We're ramping up into our wildfire season, and of course not having as much rain as we would like to have is of course making it a little bit more difficult, having a few more wildfires than usual.
Kimberly Burch is Tennessee's fire logistics specialist. She says the wildfire season runs from October through May, and even though it is pretty active right now, the number of fires will likely be on par with normal by spring.
Right now, with it being as dry as it is, most of our fires we are keeping in the contained status, which means we're going out every day. We're patrolling, we're monitoring them because it is so dry. Those fires have the potential to get back outside those control lines.
Those lines are usually set using bulldozers or even leaf blowers.
And they separate the leaves and get down to bare mineral soil because fire will not burn soil. So when it hits that soil, it goes out.
Once encircled, that fire would be considered contained.
And then once we have contained the fire to a certain area, stopped it from where it's going, then we get into where we start doing what we call mop up.
That's when firefighters go in to hit hot spots and knock down burning trees so the wind doesn't carry flaming embers over that control line. What starts a blaze doesn't affect how they fight it, but topography certainly does.
If it's flat, it's a whole lot easier to contain a fire if it's flat than trying to go up a steep incline over a ridge or down into a holler trying to get to a fire. That's very difficult for our firefighters and sometimes very dangerous, and they will not go chase it if it gets into an area that's really difficult, and they'll try to get on the outside and try to wait for it to come to them.
So be on the lookout for burn restrictions and burn bans, and use available resources to avoid danger and hefty fines.
If you burn illegal materials, then there's sometimes, especially in Hamilton County, air pollution can come out and write you a fine up for burning illegal materials.